Hi everyone, Hannah here. So this is January's mixed media unboxing and tutorial. Wanted to go ahead and show you what you'll be receiving in your kit. As we went over in the collection review, I showed y'all the colors of the paints. I just absolutely love this stuff, this liquid acrylic. I mean, you can just leave it as it is, or I like to use it as a watercolor. That's really how I like to use it. And then we've also got frozen berries, just a really pretty color to complement with this. You know, we're kind of doing pink and purple for our Valentine's theme. And then you'll receive a ½ ounce jar of crackle paste. We've also got some old silver wax paste. And then we've also got, as I showed y'all in the collection reveal video, we've also got some of the chocolate ganache texture paste. So you'll get that filled up pretty good in the in the ½ ounce container there. And so then what we've got here, I thought we'd just add a couple of different things in this. I had gotten inspired off of a mixed media project on Pinterest, and I saw where she had used a straw, and I thought, you know, that's kind of neat. I haven't done that in quite a while. So you'll get a straw. You'll also get a wad of thread, and it doesn't matter if it gets knotted up. You know, so we'll be using that in our project. Then also for our frame, this is going out in the mixed media kits, and then a smaller one is going out in the mini kits. So you'll get this frame, and I'll show you what I end up doing with mine. And then we've also got a chipboard word. Most of these are going to say memory. That's most of what is going out in the kits. Most of the mini kits have the word hugs, and then this one has memory. And then we've got some flowers. We've got this other chipboard piece. You'll be getting another chipboard piece, either butterfly, flowers, you know, kind of like some filigree. So it'll just be random. And then we've got some chipboard pieces to kind of go along with our theme and our colors, you know, and I like the hearts and everything. And then we've got some metal pieces as well. So you'll get like maybe a flower, a butterfly, and a little smaller leafy piece, or you know, other random metal piece there. Then we've got a little pendant, and we've also got a pretty heart. We've also got some micro beads that you'll be receiving in your kit. We've also got some of these cutouts. These are die cut pieces cut out from watercolor paper 300 series. So it has a nice thickness to it. If you were to paint those or get those wet, that is fine. You know, it's not going to rip on you unless if you were like to totally saturate it. But we've used these before, but it has been quite a while. And then also you'll be getting a little bead pack as well. And I've got some sitting here if I can get them. Oh, here they are. All right, so we've got 4 white pieces, white little pearls. We've got 2 light purple pearls, like a lilac, and then 2 like a darker mauve color there. And then, you know, a little bit bigger pearls, like a dusty rose color. So we've got those to incorporate in our projects. I just absolutely love pearls, and I thought it would just look really nice, you know, to, you know, elevate the project. And so we're going to go ahead and get started on this. Really excited. I've got some ideas rolling around in my head, so let's go ahead and get started before I forget them. So for the first thing, I'm going to figure out where my focal point is going to be. And then I'm going to place the stencil down and use my palette knife to spread some of the crackle paste. And I'm just, just kind of going along the bottom of it and, just kind of feeling around where I want some of the, the letters to, just kind of pop out, peek out around the focal point. So I'm going to also put some where it will show above the frame. And whenever I do get done using this stencil, I'm actually just going to let it dry, and it can be reused with a different, paste or whatever you want to put in it, spray mist. But as far as actually, soaking it down, it is a thin piece of chipboard, so it could rip, so you just kind of want to just lay it out and let it dry. So this is a picture of my grandmother and Paw, and this was shortly after they first got married, or it might have even been on their wedding day. A lot of people back then, they did not, wear wedding dresses. They just, went to the justice of the peace, or, got a little, the family together and just got married at the church. Just a little small gathering. So I wanted to put that in there. I thought that was a sweet little picture, and I made a copy of it first because I like to keep all the originals. So I just copied it onto some cardstock, and I'm gluing it onto the chipboard piece that came with the frame, just to keep it even. And because sometimes with cardstock, when you try to glue it onto a canvas, then you're going to be adding paint, it's going to warp. So at least by gluing it on the chipboard and it's raised up, I shouldn't have that problem. And then I'm just going to glue the frame down on top of the picture, and I did trim around the edges so that it's not, peeking out behind the frame. So now I'm going to add some water to my palette. I'm also going to squirt some of the nude liquid acrylic paint and also the frozen berries paint. And basically I'm just going to kind of do like a watercolor with the paints to kind of frame out the picture that I have on the canvas here. And I'm going to start with the frozen berries. Just kind of frame that out. And what I really like is when you do start applying your paint, you can really see the stenciling come out. And I really do like that. So while the paint is drying, I'm going to go ahead and apply our chocolate ganache texture paste. It really does look like chocolate. But I'm going to go ahead and put that over our memory chipboard word, and then I'll just set that aside and let it dry. And so I've set that aside. I'm going to let it dry, and I thought I would go ahead and apply some of the crackle paste onto the picture frame here. When it dries, I think it's going to have a really cool effect, kind of look like an old picture frame basically. And I'm basically dabbing it on with the paintbrush, and I want to dab it on kind of thick, and in some places might not be as much, and some places a little more. Basically around the edges, like the curved edges, and on the parts of the chipboard where it kind of kind of goes up and down, where you see more of the details of it. Those are the places where I'm making it thicker with the with the crackle paste, because I just think it's going to look, really neat. Where it's thicker, it's going to crack more. And then whenever we come back and add paint or wax paste, it's going to fill in those cracks, and it's just really going to look cool. So now that the frozen berries paint has dried, I'm going to come back with the nude. I'm going to add it in some other places that I did not add the frozen berries paint before. And I'm just kind of playing around with it, framing out the portrait here, and then just kind of mixing it in with some parts of the purple. I thought also what I would do, just kind of keep adding some of the paint out to the side. And if it gets to be too thick, or you're like, I don't really like this, just take a paper towel, a dry paper towel, like I'm doing here, and just to, sop it up. And it leaves a little bit of the color, but it takes away most of it, so you don't see the thick lines. So I really like that. It just leaves a little hint of it without it being, overbearing too much. So now I'm going to start placing the embellishments, trying to figure out where I want them to go, and I'll start gluing them down. So now I'm painting the bottom of the memory chipboard with the frozen berries paint. I'm not doing the letters, just kind of the little scroll work underneath it. Now I'm going to take the old silver wax paste and I'm going to put that over our frame where we put the crackle paste. It has dried, and as you put the wax paste over it, it fills in those cracks and it does look really cool. It just really has this neat aged vintage look. So this will complete the tutorial. If you have any questions at all, feel free to let me know. Thank you so much for watching.